2 of a 34-match marathon, John. It's already got a playoff feel here at Keyworth. Williams, here comes City. Williams cross comes through. Rodriguez lets it go. The stop is made. The rebound put back in. Oh, no!
There were questions as to whether they belong. The answer is a resounding yes.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome inside historic Keyworth Stadium, where today play rolls on in the USL Championship season as Detroit City FC plays host to the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. My name is Neil Rule, alongside my broadcast partner John Krieger. Happy to have you with us wherever you are watching around the world. And John, yes, those flags are blowing out there on the pitch right now. It is brisk, it is chilly, but Detroit City FC looking to stay hot.
All part of an early season match day at Keyworth. Hardy faithful ready to sing for City today. They picked up 3 points when they needed it last week, looking for 3 more today.
And the opposition today, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, they are coming in hot as well. They're 2-0. They have scored 5 goals on the season. You know this Riverhounds side is going to score goals, but you just don't know where they're coming from.
More important, Neil, 5 goals, but 5 goals from 5 different players. Going to be tough for the City back line today.
For Detroit City FC, as we said, looking to follow up a huge performance last week here at Keyworth. They got their first ever USL Championship win. And for Detroit City FC, the result I don't think was a huge surprise as maybe how they got that result.
That number right there on your screen, 59% possession, and also winning aerial duels as well. They were dominant in the final 30 minutes, and it was a deserved win.
And the little amount of time DCFC didn't have possession of the ball, this guy, Nate Steinwasser, has burst onto the scene here at the USL Championship level. He is playing at a very, very high level.
There were some people who wondered how he will do stepping up in class. All he's done is been on the Team of the Week in Week 1 and nominated for Save of the Week both weeks. He's perfect between the sticks for City.
Nate Steinwasser certainly getting it done for Le Rouge, but again, as we said, the task will be tough. Pittsburgh Riverhounds in town, a huge early season 3 points on the line. When we come back, we will get you the 11s, and of course, we will kick it. Detroit City FC, Pittsburgh Riverhounds coming up next.
Open. Here you go, buddy. Thank you.
You may kiss the bride.
Hey.
Love you, Mom.
Love you, Dad.
Oh my God, it's our baby girl.
Football is a big deal in this house. So when Maurice was injured, we immediately thought the worst. To see my baby lose his joy hurt.
The DMC, Rehabilitation Institute of Michigan, is here to help athletes get back in the game.
They're like family. It was a long road, but we made it back.
DMC, Rehabilitation Institute of Michigan, a community built on care.
DTE Energy customers can get their share of huge lifetime energy cost savings. How? By using our website. The Oslin's new programmable thermostat saved them a bundle. And their new efficient furnace earned them a hefty rebate. All over Michigan, people like the Oslins are saving. Why not you? There are always new ways to save at dteenergy.com/saveenergy. DTE Energy.
Hello, I'm Tillman Fertitta, owner of the Golden Nugget Casinos, and I've got some big news. Drum roll, please. The Golden Nugget online casino is live in Michigan. Place a bet on your favorite teams through our new sports book or play your favorite slot and table games, all from the convenience of your phone at goldennuggetcasino.com.
Sign up now and we'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. Visit goldennuggetcasino.com.
Detroit City FC is presented by Doubletree Suites by Hilton in downtown Detroit is proud to be the official hotel partner of Detroit City FC. The Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Chevy drives the Motor City. Strategic Staffing Solutions. And by Ally, the official financial services partner of DCFC. Back inside Keyworth Stadium, let's take a look at our starting 11s. Detroit City FC starting lineup presented by Detroit Medical Center. Slight change up top, John.
Connor Rutt's making his first start of the season. Billy Forbes moves to the bench. Connor Rutt's job today will be run, and run some more.
On the other side for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, their 11 presented by Doubletree Suites by Hilton in downtown Detroit, the official hotel partner of Detroit City FC. You talked about it in the open. Balanced scoring attack.
You got 5 guys that have put the ball in the back of the net. Also, look along that back line, very stout defensively. City's going to have to find a way to get through that.
So we are just about ready to roll. Detroit City FC, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, DCFC coming off that electrifying win here at Keyworth last week over Charleston. As Connor Rutt stands in the circle, Detroit City FC in the white kits today. Pittsburgh Riverhounds in the yellow jerseys with the gray trim and the gray shorts. Official checks the watch. The whistle sounds and we are underway. Neil Rule, John Krieger with you. Happy to have you along for the ride at Keyworth. Opening portion of the match brought to you by the DMC, Detroit Medical Center, and Detroit City FC with some early control.
Bit of a change formationally for City today, Neil. They go to a 4-2-3-1.
And now that ball sent up ahead and just out of the reach for Detroit City FC. So a goal kick coming up. Kevin Silva, starting keeper today, played his college soccer at UCLA. His first action of the season. Recently signed with Toronto FC of the MLS. Did not play for them, but here he is today. 24-year-old. The Riverhounds on the attack for the very first time, but Stephen Carroll cleans the slate for City. Pato the touch.
City fans who tuned in last week, Neil, will notice that Pittsburgh will play a little more out from the back. They are not going to be as direct and over the top as Charleston was. They have the pace to do that. They will use both wings.
Very gusty winds, as you can probably see on your television, phone, or laptop screen. Maxi Rodriguez swings it out wide to the right. And those winds gusting around 20 miles per hour and are basically blowing across the pitch as that ball trickles back in towards Silva. Opening kick temperature was 36 degrees. Feels like 21, however. As that ball goes back across midfield where Stephen Carroll will settle things down. Evan Amumensa plays it back to Nate Steinwasser. Steinwasser touches it out. Amumensa makes a move. There's a giveaway. It's played up by Danny Griffin. Maxi Rodriguez tracks back.
Maxi's got to have his head on a swivel today. He's going to need to track back, help out the back line. Pittsburgh very good in midfield at turning defense into attack on the counter.
Pato, speaking of tracking back, Dos Santos will send it back to Silva. City with some high pressure, though. And John looking to make the Riverhounds make a decision, right?
They're going to ask some questions, and that's going to be the other way for Pittsburgh as well. Both of these clubs like to pressure the ball. That's going to force some mistakes. City will want to take no more than 1 or 2 touches before they pass the ball. That's the way Trevor James's attack wants to run.
Rovira sends it to Griffin, who will ping it back.
You can see it early here, Neil. Both sides have used both wings, trying to find out which way is going to be their way forward, testing out where they might have the opportunity to run. Both defenses, nice job closing those things down.
Maxi Rodriguez crosses over, but Shane Wheat will touch it ahead. We played for Erie in the NPSL back in 2017, so he's familiar with the culture up here with Detroit City FC.
That's a good ball diagonally. Will it check up?
It does, and now it's served inside the 18, and it's headed over towards Steinwasser. Let's take a look at the Golden Edge presented by Golden Nugget Online Gaming. Let's break down what Detroit City FC needs to do to strike gold in this match, John. And it was electric in here last week when they got the win. They'll try to run that back, I'm sure.
Absolutely. You want to use the home crowd. You're playing in front of your home faithful, and even on this brisk day, they are out here and they are behind their 11. They need to let the offense run through Openo. He was electric running at Charleston's defense last week. Needs to have that happen again. For Pittsburgh, attack early. It's something that Charleston wasn't able to do. They tried to go over the top and be direct, had some early possession, but couldn't finish. City has never felt the pinch of being behind at home and having to change their game because of it. Pittsburgh should look to do that here in the first 15 minutes.
Dos Santos touches it in, and I think, John, as we're into the 6th minute here of the opening half, and we have seen Pittsburgh Riverhounds, John, really make a turn to be assertive, especially on the attack. So that is something you talked about as being a key to the game for Pittsburgh. They are doing that early on.
They are, and you know, as they line up with 3 across the back, we've already seen one of those defenders kind of pinch up into the midfield. City a little further back than I think Trevor James would like them to be. Only Pato up top right now. That allows 2 center backs to commit to him and the rest to go forward.
Connor Rutz getting the start here today. The DCFC Black Arrow Award winner last year as the team's most valuable player. Was a NISA first team all-league performer. 5 goals, couple of assists. Set Twitter on fire with his bicycle goal. That was the #1 play on SportsCenter's top 10 last year.
That was an electric moment here at Keyworth.
Here's an opportunity now for City as Reese Williams moves up. Now he'll give the throw off. Devin Amu-Mensah.
Interesting here, though, for Pittsburgh. A couple of guys creeping out toward the top of the area, trying to win possession. They'll go forward quickly on the counter if they get the chance.
And the jockeying for position begins inside the 18. That ball pinballs around, and it's cleared out by the Riverhounds.
And after that clearance, you saw 2 players break, but the clearance was toward the touchline, so they couldn't make anything of it.
Brad Dunwell, the 56th overall pick of the Houston Dynamo in the 2019 MLS draft, will give way on the throw to Reese Williams.
Dunwell, a quiet, solid performance in the opening win here for City last week in the home opener. Very workmanlike.
I think you see that with Dunwell and Carroll both. They just make the right play. There's never really much to discuss with them.
You know, that's a hallmark of a good Trevor James defender. They're not flashy. They're just reliable. And when you can trust your back line, you have more confidence to go forward and be aggressive in attack.
Maxi Rodriguez won the NISA Golden Boot Award last year. Lewis.
City much better early movement here. 1 touch, 2 touch, move the ball touch line to touch line. Not allowing Pittsburgh to close on the ball. They haven't had too much joy forward, but they've kept the offense moving.
That ball touched up ahead by Dikwa. A little bit too far, though, and over the line. Albert Dikwa from Cameroon. Played in 6 matches for the Cameroon U20 national team. In his career, 21 matches played with 5 goals coming into this season. Has a goal this year as well. Pass for Dunwell didn't connect, and that whistle will go against Detroit City.
Neil, early, Pittsburgh playing just 3 across the back. First couple of weeks, they played 5 across the back. They've kind of moved a couple of extra players into the midfield this week. I think part of that is because they know they can run with Detroit City. They believe they have the pace to compete. That might not have been the case the first couple of weeks. So taking a little more aggressive formation today.
And Pato forces the clearance by Silva. And that will result in a throw. That's something, John, that never goes in the stat sheet. Nobody ever talks about it, but you did get some real estate from it.
Absolutely. And now it gets into Silva's mind that every time that he's got the ball and he's got to play it at his feet, somebody's going to run at him. And that pays dividends as the match goes on.
And that ball flicked back nicely by Dunwell. There's Stephen Carroll. Team captain here for Detroit City. Rodriguez through the middle. Williams on the wing. Matt Lewis again. Signed a homegrown contract with Sporting Kansas City, did Matt Lewis. Spent some time in USL Championship last season on loan here from Detroit City. Got sent out to El Paso. And that call goes against DCFC.
Our first real physical challenge of the match comes 10 minutes in.
Dunwell turns with it.
Very nice turn by Dunwell. In tight quarters.
Next 5 minutes presented by the University of Michigan Flint, offering a flexible world-class education. U of M Flint is ready to help you own your future. Find the right program at umflint.edu. Riverhounds now looking to attack. Wyatt Borso on that wing. The youngster just 18 years old. Borso gets it back. His cross goes off a Steinwasher, but Amu Mensah fortunately there to clean it up for City.
And so smart by Amu Mensah to pick up his head and see that he had a teammate back who was in a better position to turn and clear it. That counter came from a, shall we say, less than stellar pass by Detroit City, and an easy cutout. Pittsburgh was quickly the other way. Nice cutout by midfield, turning into a chance.
Mark Ibarra, local product. Played his college soccer, University of Michigan. Set the program record. Played in 91 matches during his time with the Michigan Wolverines. Was a Big Ten midfielder of the year last year.
Look at the close control from Pittsburgh early here, Neil. Never letting the ball get too far off the boot.
I'll tell you what else, John. They look comfortable in those tight quarters. They look very, very comfortable.
Easy turns, tight formation, everybody moving well without the ball. A lot of opportunities to distribute. That's the sign of a team that plays well together. Now they play out wide, and there's 5 forward, providing different opportunities for service.
This Riverhounds team last season, 17-8-8. They were 3rd in the USL Atlantic Division. They qualified for the playoffs. They had some issues with COVID, though, which cost them their opportunity to compete in the playoffs. And, John, I'll tell you, dollar for dollar, you could have put the Riverhounds last season, I think, up against anyone in the USL Championship. They had just as good of a shot as any, so it certainly had to be disappointing for them to see it end the way it ended.
For them and their fans, they played well in the divisions the way they were set up. I think they could have made a run. They had already beaten Tampa Bay, who would have been along their path to the championship rounds, and unfortunate that it had to end the way that it did.
Restart coming up here for City.
Russell Cicerone in the middle had a couple of nice touches early here. This is a guy who's led the team with 16 goals last year. Only player in the league to finish in the top 10 in both goals and assists.
Another local product out of Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. former MLS draft pick of the Portland Timbers. That ball's up ahead to Pato, and this is onside. Pato into the 18, sends the shot wide of the frame, and John just couldn't get everything he wanted on it.
And that's the difference between Nisa last year and USL Championship this year. Nisa last year, the defense is not that fast. He'd have a chance to control that ball. This year, he gets the ball in space, and watch two defenders close on him. Here he's got a step, he's in, and all of a sudden, by the time he catches up to the ball, 1-2 defenders back, waiting to slide and cut that out. That's the step up in class that City's got to get used to on breaks like that.
That was Arturo Ordonez that closed hard, and Ordonez was a draft pick by Houston as well, 39th overall pick in this year's MLS Super Draft. All ACC performer out of Pitt. And I think you put that very well. Close hard, I think, is the appropriate terminology, as that cross cut out by Jelani Peters.
There's no ball watching from Pittsburgh's defense. They're there to close. They close well. Watch. One touch, two touches out wide. And already, when he controlled the ball, Rivera looking to move it forward. Pittsburgh so aggressive early.
Griffin turns with it. Next 5 minutes presented by DTE Energy. No matter where you are in your energy efficiency journey, DTE can help you score savings. Learn more at DTE Energy.
5 across the back right now for City. They've dropped back a little bit, having to respect the fact that Pittsburgh is sending multiple players forward.
Here comes Cicerone. Left side. Rovira curls it. Steinwasser alert. Will make the grab.
Good positioning by Nate there. With two runners coming toward the back post, there's always that in the keeper's mind. Stood up, read the shot well there to collect.
And John, how about this too? We're in the 17th minute. We've seen a lot of cat and mouse from both managers here today, both Bob Lilly and, of course, Trevor James as well, making moves just 17 minutes into this one.
Well, they respect each other. Both of them come with a lot of accolades, and they both play a similar style. You're going to see that when you're similar kind of clubs. Beautiful job to track back there.
Keeps it at his feet, has his shot blocked by Maxi Rodriguez. Riverhounds, though, still with the possession. Rovira. His cross was cut out. Ibarra, service, headed. What a stop by Steinwasser. Reached out and got the fingertips on it to keep it scoreless.
If Nate Steinwasser isn't nominated for a third Save of the Week honor, I don't know what's going to beat him, because he was parallel to the ground and got the paw out and made this save. Watch Steinwasser's positioning, reading where that's going to come back across his body. Beautiful service in, and Nate Steinwasser gets the job done.
Boy, no one more surprised than Wyatt Borso. Puts his hands on his head and said, how did that not go in? Corner sent in. That's headed down. Cleared off the line, but the rebound is put back in, and the Riverhounds take a 1-0 lead. Albert Diqua did the job, his second on the season.
Beautiful service in, put in the mixing bowl. The clearance off the line, not great by Detroit City. The defense positioning, I think, not what Trevor James would have liked, and a free marker coming through. Diqua puts it home.
And there were just too many bodies, John, inside that 6. The math didn't add up.
And everybody followed the shot. Comes in, header down, cleared off the line, and Diqua doesn't stop. Immediately the clearance off, he read it well, and perfectly placed to just slot it home. Almost a mirror image of the Openo goal that gave City a win last week in terms of following a shot. Diqua, nice job to be in the right place at the right time, and it's 1-0 to Pittsburgh. Frankly, Neil, I am not used to seeing Detroit City defend a set piece like that. They were a bit at 6s and 7s. And the clearance off the line needed to be better.
Dunwell touches it to Amu Mensah. So once again, we'll see what adjustments made by both sides.
So now we see, for the first time in the first half, Detroit City FC at home needs to change a little bit and play from behind. Now, it's early enough you don't need to change the system. But it is the first time that Detroit City FC is going to have to chase this thing.
Pato unable to control. Williams heads it ahead looking for Pato. Rodriguez.
Rivera is such a bother on the wing right now for Pittsburgh. City trying to come up the near touchline here, and Rivera is having none of it.
That foul will go against City. I think Pittsburgh wanted to play on. Today's Fago trivia question. Last week, Antoine Opino scored Detroit City FC's first ever goal in USL Championship. Who scored DCFC's first ever goal as a club? You can tweet your answers at Detroit City FC and get your opportunity to win a $15 Kroger gift card for Fago products. We'll get you the answer in the second half. And John, I got to admit, I do not recall off the top of my head.
I'm ashamed to admit I don't recall either, my friend. But I'm sure someone out there will tell us.
Absolutely. At Detroit City FC. Get rewarded for your knowledge, everybody. Neil Rule, John Krieger here with you at Keyworth Stadium. 1-0. The Riverhounds have the lead. Albert Dequa with the goal. That is the difference so far. That came in the 18th minute.
Neil, I would like to see City be a little bit brave, send a second body up top alongside Pato. Right now, the fact that you only have Pato up top is allowing just the two center backs to stand there and mark him, and he hasn't been able to get space. And when he did, it was closed down. That allows Pittsburgh to put more bodies in midfield. They have had the advantage there in terms of cutting out City's possession.
Next 5 minutes presented by Golden Nugget Casino, the exclusive online gaming partner of Detroit City FC, one of Michigan's fastest growing online casino sites. Lewis pings one back across the pitch. Expertly done on both sides, both the pass and the receive.
You know, Neil, if you want two stats that tell the story through the first 20 minutes, City right now with 56% of possession. But when it comes to one-on-one duels, Pittsburgh winning 6 of every 10. And so when it comes down to it, Pittsburgh winning the battles they need to, even without the majority of possession, to keep City's attack relatively dormant.
Maxi Rodriguez.
Wheat, nice job to close that down. City is used to that diagonal ball being open and then an opportunity to run up the wing. Wheat, a nice close there, forcing the throw.
Rodriguez sends it back. Here's Stephen Carroll to Lewis. Nathan Dos Santos was able to take that away, and Matt Lewis will have to recover to Steinwasser. A beautiful ball up ahead to Reese Williams. The City maintains a possession.
You know, we talked about Pato running at the keeper and asking questions. The other end, Dequa appears to be equally as troublesome for Nate Steinwasser. He'll run at him all day. That's a risky back pass. Dequa looked like he wanted to have a go.
Here comes Detroit City. Ball up ahead, looking for Rutz. Was touched away. And there's a whistle and a foul.
I think that foul is well drawn by Dunwell.
So we'll see what Detroit City FC can pull off from the set piece.
I don't think you're close enough to go for goal here.
Well, John, that wind has shifted. And it is more at the back of City right now than it was when this match started. But you would have to hit an absolute laser beam.
It would have to be
that.
a Cristiano style.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that City have that in the bag. High line here from Pittsburgh. Doesn't allow the area to be crowded. Does allow for a free runner if you can get someone to beat their marker.
And there you get a look at how windy it is. That ball moved on Maxi Rodriguez. Here we go. Rodriguez chips it ahead. And the wind just grabbed hold of it. Openo. Amu Mensah. Declan Wynn.
Win so key up the wings last week. Needs to be again.
And really, John, it was just the volume of opportunity that Wynn created on the wing. Just chance after chance, possession after possession. I really think that weighed on Charleston.
Well, he's who unlocked Charleston. Just up the wing, kept moving things, kept forcing the defenders back. Hasn't had that same joy today. That's a nice cutout. Here they go the other way.
Cicerone up ahead looking for Dequa. Amu Mensah returns back to clean it up. That ball sent out to Williams. Dos Santos goes through the back of Williams. Official says play on. But the secondary call comes. This portion of today's broadcast presented by the Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. And also, Detroit City FC would like to send a special shout out. Big time supporter Mama Maggie in the hospital down in North Carolina watching the match here today. Maggie, we're thinking about you. I want you to get better as quickly as possible and appreciate you keeping up with LaRouge, even in the hospital.
Thoughts are with you.
Antoine Openo up the left side. Openo tried to step through, will win a throw.
Danny Griffin did a nice job there for Pittsburgh, just keeping the body big, waiting for Openo to make the first move and then reacting to that. So much of Openo and Wynn's game is getting defenders to commit, and Pittsburgh not committing right now.
Openo having a kick about with Dunwell. That whistle sounds, so Detroit City will get the call. And there is a look at Danny Griffin, 49th overall pick by the Columbus Crew in the 2020 MLS Super Draft. So remember the Big East all-freshman team. Played his college soccer at Providence. And I think you're seeing that, John. Guys at Wake Forest, guys from Pitt, guys from Providence, that East Coast style of soccer, Pittsburgh. They're physical. They do have the ability to finish on you, though, up top. But it is a very tough-nosed brand of soccer they play.
They will play the man and the ball, and they will get goals as a result because you just get broken down. There's a reason that Detroit City FC played Pittsburgh Riverhounds in a couple of preseason friendlies
right
during the NISA days.
Russell Cicerone drops it off to the right side. That cross cut out by Amu Mensah, then he recovers to gain the possession. That was a professional play right there by Amu Mensah.
He's had about 4 of those here in the first 27 minutes. Tracked back to make 1 interception, shepherded another out for a goal kick, cut out a couple more. Another quiet and workmanlike effort.
Ball sent back there at Jelani Peters, the native of Trinidad and Tobago, played in the 2021 Gold Cup for his home country. That ball goes across the line. Tonight's Metro Detroit Chevy Dealers youth team of the match is Detroit City FC West U17 Boys Rouge, coached by George Tomaso. They travel down to Orlando, Florida for Disney's President's Day Soccer Festival. The team battled to a 3-1 record, ended up winning the competition in their division. Congrats, boys. Well done.
Boy, Dequa just running at both of City's defenders back there, and he's got pace to burn. He looks like, Neil, he looks like he's got another gear.
Right.
He's showing just enough that he has to make the defenders work, and he looks like he's got another gear in the tank.
Cicerone tries to make a turn inside the 18, but again, Almu Mensah tracks back to eliminate the threat. And John, Pittsburgh right now finding some space at the top of the box, especially in the middle.
And it's coming from good service from the wings, and the ability to turn that into playing through the middle by a secondary pass. Controlling things right now. What's more, and this is not a number we are used to seeing from a Trevor James team, they've intercepted 9 City passes. City normally very good, not only with enough zip on the ball to get it to its intended receiver, but the intended receiver coming to the pass. We're not seeing that as much here today, and Pittsburgh been very good at on the counter, even though they haven't had the lion's share of possession, creating the lion's share of the chances.
Third of the way through this one, Neil Rule, John Krieger here with you. Happy to have you at Keyworth Stadium, wherever you are watching around the world. But John, as we said, a third of the way through this one. And I think, John, these moments, this final 15 minutes of the first half, maybe even a little more critical for Detroit City FC than usual, given the wind situation with it at their back, crossing over a bit across the pitch from time to time. But this is a 20-mile-per-hour wind that's at their back right now. Might be a critical 15 minutes here.
More so even than it was last week when we went in at 0-0. You're down. You want to go in level terms. Otherwise, you're talking about adjustments at halftime. You're at home, and you really haven't had a worthwhile attempt on goal, to be honest.
Griffin swings one out. Ovira with it. Keeping it at his feet masterfully. His cross, though, finds nothing but empty space, and Nate Steinwasser will put the boot to one. Steinwasser, a 1-1 record on the season, 0-5-0 goals against average, 86% save percentage. As you get a look at the flags and the wind blowing.
That goals against average goes up a little bit with allowing the first one, but he also had a save. I think 1-0 is a fair scoreline right now, because, to be honest, the first one he made the save on probably should have found the back of the net. So Steinwasser doing his part to keep his side in the match. Look at Dequa, just going in there being a pest. And that forced a turnover. We don't normally see that from Nate.
Griffin gives it back. See if City can mount some kind of counter, but you look across and it's 3v4 for Detroit City.
City overrunning passes a little bit here early, not what we're used to seeing either. Russell Cicerone again being a bother in midfield.
Done well. Sends it over to Lewis. This first 32 minutes and change, John, has gone exactly the way I think Bob Lilly would have wanted so far for his Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Pato unable to control that one inside the 18.
You know, it's a credit to the way Lilly sets up his side. That last pass in from City, there were 8 behind the ball from Pittsburgh. And yet, when they got possession, they were forward so quickly that it didn't look like they had set up that way.
Here's Declan Wynn with it. Wynn has it touched away. Bob Lilly, a name, if that's familiar to those of you watching in the Detroit area, was formerly the manager of the Detroit Ignition, the indoor team here in Detroit. They were 22-8 under his supervision. And he's been flat out a professional manager his entire career. Spent a lot of time in the NASL, Montreal Impact, Vancouver Whitecaps. Took over this Pittsburgh Riverhounds side back in 2018. And really grabbed the reins, John, and this Riverhounds side has done some things in USL Championship.
You know the most impressive stat for me when it comes to Lily? In his 127 matches in all competitions, his teams have allowed less than a goal per game on average.
Right.
Less than a goal per game on average. And they do so with a decent attack. It's not setting up shop and parking the bus. They're just stout defensively.
And now they'll have a dangerous opportunity here. Just a little ways outside the 18. As we get you another look at the whistle. Takedown from behind.
Fair decision.
Danny Griffin will stand over things, as does Mark Ibarra.
I think it's the first time I've seen the magic spray used at keyword.
We'll see who takes the swing. Looks like it'll be Griffin. He runs up to it, fires. Steinwasser goes vertical again to make the stop.
I'll tell you what, Nate Steinwasser made that look easy. That is not an easy save to get down that low and keep strong hands behind the ball. Nice job by Steinwasser to usher that away.
It's Nate Steinwasser, sharp as usual.
Not sure that would have ended up on frame, but Nate didn't know that.
So corner coming up for the Riverhounds. Curled in, and that goes just wide of the frame, and Maxi Rodriguez will play that one away.
The second opportunity for Pittsburgh there. The header when it went in the mixing bowl, if someone had been on the end at the back post, that's trouble, and I think Steinwasser's beaten again. Two very good corners early for Pittsburgh.
Throw in for Pittsburgh as we move into the 37th minute. That ball sent back towards Silva. And there you get an idea of the wind. Silva had to recover. And that is at the back of Detroit City FC, as we said. Next 5 minutes of this match presented by Strategic Staffing Solutions, longtime partner here with Detroit City FC. Dos Santos to the middle. Here's Griffin. Griffin gave a look at Mark Ibarra. You remember his brother Matt played for Detroit City FC.
Nice dummy.
Maxi Rodriguez goes down. Official says play on. Now here's Cicerone. I'll tell you what, John. Russell Cicerone's got that ball in a dangerous spot towards the top of the D a couple times, and City's been fortunate. He hasn't been able to unleash anything.
And he keeps it glued to his boot too, Neil.
Right.
I'll tell you what. Can turn very well in tight quarters.
And that ball rides the breeze and goes across that far touchline.
I think actually they're going to call that for offside. Flag was up. Assistant referee makes City back up to the point of the offside.
And there one more time, Dequa. Just making life uncomfortable.
City's back passes. I mean, it's always tough when you have the back pass. You don't want to put too much zip on it because you want your keeper to be able to handle it. But you also have to recognize you've got a guy whose remit is to run at that. And you can't just leave it out there for him.
Dos Santos gambled, and Williams was able to win it temporarily, but unable to catch back up with it.
See, and the reason that Dos Santos was able to gamble is that Jelani Peters was there and ready to track back and collect. He had once Dos Santos gambled forward, Peters had taken a step backward to be in position in case there was a cutout.
Maxi Rodriguez has it headed away, and Cicerone will ping it out wide to the right, looking for Wyatt Borsell. Borso had it taken away. And then committed the foul. Quick restart for City. Openo to Williams one more time. And John, there just hasn't been space on the wings, and we've talked about it for a very long time. There's actually a boot out there. I believe it's Devin Amu-Mensah's boot, and there's some spirited discussion right now between Amu-Mensah and Russell Cicerone.
Tempers getting a little bit elevated here. 39 minutes in. Neil, 7 shots to 1. Pittsburgh with the advantage, and that's fair, and it shows in the way that they have been able to turn the counter. Shots on target, 3 for the Riverhounds, none for Detroit City. And why hasn't there been a shot on target for City? They haven't been able to set up the service from the wings they have depended on under Trevor James. And going direct hasn't worked either because the man up top, Pato, has been marked very well by 2 center backs.
Openo couldn't quite get to the end of that one as Silva will make the grab. 3 earlier matches played this week in USL Championship competition, as the first week of the season with those midweek matches. I beg your pardon, there was actually 5 of them, as a matter of fact. Lou City got a win over Red Bulls 2, a score of 2-0. Tampa Bay Rowdies got a 3-0 victory as well. Tulsa 1-0 over San Diego. Las Vegas over El Paso 5-4 in that match. That was a crazy match to watch.
The extra match is putting those teams among the league leaders in goals scored in USL Championship for obvious reason.
LA Galaxy 2 got the win over Rio Grande Valley by the score of 1-0.
Tampa Bay shaping up, I think, to be pretty good again this year.
Going out on a limb with that one, huh, John?
Yeah, you know, it's...
well, you know, you're edgy. You're an edgy commentator. There is no doubt.
Listen.
Bold predictions from you.
You know...
Cicerone.
He's not the best color man in the league for nothing,
for nothing, folks. 42nd minute. Riverhounds once again with that control.
The other side of that, though, outside of the Hot Take Emporium, is that they have really built a club and a culture there in Tampa Bay. And that's something a lot of these clubs aspire to be, including the one we're watching at home today.
Ball swung out wide to the left. Rovira able to contain it. Ibarra. Dos Santos. Ball sent back to Peters.
You know, this possession here, Neil, equal mix of urgency and yet calm. They move the ball quickly, they move it with intent, but they don't rush.
This portion of the match presented by Ally, proud to be the official financial services partner of DCFC. For everything we need, for everything we want, for everything we do, we're all better off with an Ally. Learn more at ally.com. Mensah stepped through it, but not able to gain the control, and this could be dangerous here for the Riverhounds.
Deke was going to be onside.
Had to go back for it. Wings it out to the right side. Pass slotted across, but Reese Williams plays it out easily.
Decoy has just been a thorn in the backline side so far for Pittsburgh. So quick. Had to commit extra men to track back. Try and deny him some service. If that ball's played well, he may be in on goal.
And that ball sent in again one more time. Cicerone. And a whistle sounds, and I believe that whistle will go against Russell Cicerone, who already, as soon as he walks in the door here, draws the ire of the Northern Guard and the Detroit City FC supporters, just given the nature. He played 20 matches for the Michigan Bucks, did score 22 goals in those 22 matches during his time. Very, very good player for them.
And trust me, it was noted in preview pieces leading up to this match that there was that connection.
Right. Cicerone back heels that one, Lewis. And that, I think, right there, those three defenders for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds on the wing, that kind of sums up the first 45 minutes, I think, offensively for Detroit City FC, because as you said, their bread and butter has no butter on the table right now.
Yeah, they need to play the ball up the wings to succeed. And right now, Pittsburgh is daring Detroit City FC to try to play through the midfield. And City hasn't been able to do it, and they haven't been able to get joy on the wings either. This is a workmanlike effort by Pittsburgh in this first half. Complete, well-drilled, well-coached, shutting down most everything Detroit City has tried to do.
I think you see the fruits, too, of an early road goal.
Yep.
It allows you to keep the spirits up. It's a lot easier to buy into the system, do the hard work.
Somehow the home fans get quieter. You can tune them out a little more, clear the mechanism, go out and play your game.
Final 10 seconds here of the first half. I'm told there'll be 1 minute of stoppage time. Our stoppage time presented by Brew Detroit. Always true to the craft. Love the folks over there at Brew Detroit.
I think 1-0 a fair result, or a fair scoreline as we head to halftime. Clearly, Pittsburgh have been the better side. I think that's fair to say. And it's matches like these, to be honest, that are going to represent the new league that Detroit City play in. They are not the biggest fish in the pond anymore. And they're going to have to go against guys that can shut them down on the wing and dismantle a little bit of what they want to do. The question is, can you unlock the answer?
Carroll. Direct ball up ahead. Trying to find Declan Wynn and just cannot connect.
And a marker right with him. Where last week he had a step, today he is trailing on that diagonal ball.
And the halftime whistle sounds and 45 minutes are down. And Pittsburgh Riverhounds Soccer Club with the 1-0 lead through the first 45. And John, you know, as Detroit City FC make their way back to the locker room, what's the point of discussion?
Try to find a way to unlock the wings. Try to find some service. You're going to have to eventually push people forward. That's going to make you vulnerable defensively. Got to trust your midfielders not to lose possession. Try to find an equalizer in the second half.
So that is the story. A goal by that man, Albert Dikwa, in the 18th minute is the difference so far. City, though, with 45 more minutes to give it a go. When we come back, we'll get you the halftime festivities. Riverhounds 1-0 lead. We'll be back with more USL Championship Soccer.
Pure Icelandic spring water and filtered through lava rocks for exceptional quality. Skál. Hversu löng er þessi auglýsing?
Reykjavik vodka.
Open. Here you go, buddy. Thank you.
You may kiss the bride.
Love you, Dad.
Oh my God. It's our baby girl.
Football is a big deal in this house. So when Maurice was injured, we immediately thought the worst. To see my baby lose his joy hurt.
The DMC, Rehabilitation Institute of Michigan, is here to help athletes get back in the game.
They're like family. It was a long road, but we made it back.
DMC, Rehabilitation Institute of Michigan, a community built on care.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Now, during Truck Month, GM employees with a current eligible Chevy lease can get this Silverado for $209 a month. Or get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards eligible accessories when you purchase.
These are the lava rocks that filter our vodka, giving it a crisp, clean taste. Conveniently, they're just a stone's throw from our distillery. It's a very small island.
Our most important moments don't stop and wait until everyone is ready. They are imperfect, off-centered. They blur, they fall. And like the goal you missed as you turned your head back to the pitch, they don't wait. The most important moments don't care about the weather, or the smoke, or the clock.
Bundy with the right foot, it's in the back of the net! Comes free, Ozzie Matthews! 2-1 City!
They surprise because they are incomplete. In fact, the only perfect aspect of our most important moments is that they are shared. And shared moments become memories. And shared memories become traditions. And traditions are something you should never grow out of. From an amateur team born under the skyline of our city to a professional club that has come to dominate their opponents. Detroit City FC stands by our traditions. We are supporter-built. We are community-focused. We believe that sports should be inclusive and affordable. We believe that clubs should be excellent and accessible. And we believe that positive change should be relentless. Memories don't wait. The time has come for Detroit City FC to move forward.
I mean, yeah, let's talk about today when we go topics.
Roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to Sirius XM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM.
What? This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it. What? San Diego Demons!
What's the money? And for a bog! Crash again! There it is! First of the year for San Diego!
And it's into the back of the net! El Paso
for a corner and a 10! What a goal! Are you watching Football Americas?
Open.
Here you go, buddy.
Thank you.
You may kiss the bride.
Love you, Dad.
Oh my God. It's our baby girl.
30 seconds back. Here we go. 10 back.
1-0, Pittsburgh Riverhounds have the lead here at Keyworth through the first 45 minutes of play. Albert Dequa, the goal scorer for the Riverhounds, and that is the difference. Let's check out the USL Championship news and notes. US Open Cup is up and running. USL Championship sides will jump into the picture April 5th through the 7th. Of course, Detroit City FC playing the Michigan Stars, and John, the USL Super League as well, the new professional women's soccer league that will kick off in 2023.
You know, it's so excited to see the USL, or the US Open Cup rather, coming back after COVID, and it's nice to see that the Super League is going to mirror the international calendar. That's going to be good for the women's game.
Lexington will get things rolling as well in 2023. Lexington Sporting Club unveiled their crest. Now let's check out the USL Team of the Week. And there you see the names, and there you see the participants.
And Trejo, of course, a worthy recipient of Player of the Week honors. He sent the nominees out. He was my vote for Player of the Week. Certainly deserving.
I think it was your vote, John, that put him over the top. So I'm sure he's pretty grateful.
You know
for
what?
that.
I would hope he would be grateful.
John Krieger's vote counts as 3. I think that's the way that the math. That's the way the math works itself out. And now let's take a look as well at the matches coming up on the television side for ESPN and ESPN Deportes and ESPN2. And the Rouge will make their appearance on national television.
On ESPN Deportes, the atmosphere at Keyworth goes national. That's going to be one that Detroit City FC will look to try to pick up some points there. Going to need those in the early season as they push for the playoffs.
And certainly a very exciting match there on May 15th on ESPN2. Phoenix Rising, Tampa Bay Rowdies. That one will be very high level. There is no doubt about that. So when we come back, we will get you the second half of action. Detroit City FC trailing this one by the score of 1-0. But Friendly the Bear, he's keeping hope, everybody. He's keeping warm as well. And we'll be back to kick off the second half. And this is USL Championship Soccer.
I am American Home Fitness.
I'm American Home Fitness.
I am American Home Fitness. We are American Home Fitness.
Come to any American Home Fitness location for the hottest deals on the latest fitness equipment and accessories. American Home Fitness, Michigan's home for fitness and the official fitness equipment provider of the Detroit City Football Club.
Hello, I'm Tillman Fertitta, owner of the Golden Nugget Casinos, and I've got some big news. Drum roll, please. The Golden Nugget online casino is live in Michigan. Place a bet on your favorite teams through our new sports book or play your favorite slot and table games, all from the convenience of your phone at goldennuggetcasino.com.
Sign up now and we'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. Visit goldennuggetcasino.com.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Now, during Truck Month, GM employees with a current eligible Chevy lease can get this Silverado for $209 a month. Or get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards eligible accessories when you purchase.
Detroit City FC is presented by DoubleTree Suites by Hilton in downtown Detroit is proud to be the official hotel partner of Detroit City FC. The Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Chevy drives the Motor City. Strategic Staffing Solutions. And by Ally, the official financial services partner of DCFC.
Yeah, in the starting line.
Now let's check out the highlights from the first 45 minutes of play. And John, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds in this one. And I think that this clip right here represented the best opportunity that Detroit City had in the first 45 minutes of play, but Ponto just couldn't get on it what he wanted.
And he also was met by two defenders. That's not something he's used to. On the other side, here's Pittsburgh at their best. They play out wide. They ran at City on the counter. And Nate Steinwasser with a good early collection. He's made a couple of good saves that kept Detroit City in the match early.
But the Riverhounds would continue to ask questions. And Detroit City FC would see that man, Albert Dequa, able to be on the attack, and ultimately it would bear fruit for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds on the set piece, John.
So good on the set piece. First of all, the clearance not great by City, but Dequa follows his shot like a good forward does, puts it home, well placed, and absolutely nothing Nate Steinwasser could do.
And later on in the first half of the match, Pittsburgh Riverhounds would keep the control, and Steinwasser once again would have to go vertical to keep the Riverhounds from adding to that lead.
Nate Steinwasser is the reason this hasn't been a runaway early. He's done an excellent job keeping his team in this match. Take a look at the halftime stats. The possession stat is misleading. The one you want to focus on there, 7-1 shots, and of those, 5 in the City area. Pittsburgh has been able to keep it in, keep the pressure on, and clearly winning the battle of most statistics today.
So we are ready to roll for the second half of action. Dequa for Pittsburgh stands over it. The whistle sounds, and we are off and moving. Second half of USL Championship action. Detroit City FC and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Neil Rule, John Krieger here with you. This portion of the match presented by American Home Fitness, the official fitness equipment provider for Detroit City FC. Visit AmericanHomeFitness.com for the best in home fitness at a location near you.
Well, I think all you need to know if you're tuning in late and joining us is to revisit the Golden Nugget keys to the match for Detroit City. Use the home crowd advantage. Haven't been able to do that yet. Let the offense flow through Openo. Hasn't been able to happen yet. And also stay alert in the defensive third. Got beaten on a set piece. On the other side, attack early. That's exactly what Pittsburgh has done. So they're achieving their key to the match. Detroit City FC have not had the opportunity to achieve theirs. One stat that was not on the stat board at halftime, a key one for Trevor James. Crosses. Pittsburgh, 9. Detroit City FC, 1 in the first 45 minutes. Got to have more of those after halftime if City are going to find their equalizer.
Ibarra with the control. And for those of you that follow along the matches, USLChampionship.com, as that ball played over the line, they have a terrific array of stats and interactive things that you can look. If you check out the heat map where they show you just what it says, where all the heat of the first half was, possession inside the 18 of Pittsburgh was noticeably absent for Detroit City FC. And John, you've talked about it, and you just talked about it a few moments ago. DCFC really likes to find joy from the attack of the wings, and Pittsburgh's done a great job of shutting that down to this point.
They have committed extra defenders to go wide, leave their post in midfield to not allow any runs up the wing. Declan Wynn, who was the key to opening up the attack last week, has been very quiet today. Openo hasn't had very many touches. Just no real opportunity for City to get the pacey attack going at all. Trevor James normally likes to make his subs on the hour mark. 13 minutes to go before that. Be interesting to see which strings he pulls here.
Borso plays it back. Here's Shane Wheat. Played 20 matches in his USL Championship career for Loudoun United. Ball headed ahead by Arturo Ordonez, former draft pick of the Houston Dynamo, this year's MLS Super Draft. Amu Mensah retreats.
Neil, he's quietly having a man-of-the-match performance.
I would agree with that.
If for no other reason than you haven't heard about him making a mistake, and he has shepherded several balls away from their intended target.
Steinwasser's pass connects. I believe the foul was called, and it was. Maxi Rodriguez will touch it back. Steinwasser in the purple keeper's kit here today.
So I understand the need to, or the desire to start quickly here. Here's a good opportunity for City. And look at the way.
That was Ibarra that closed back and really shut that down, John.
There was about a half a second opportunity to go forward, and here comes Ibarra and shuts the door.
Good 1-2 play. Openo steps through. Openo taken down from behind. Official says play on. Openo doesn't like the non-call.
We saw it last week. He will politic.
Here's Wynn moving through. Amu Mensah turns back with it.
Be an interesting look at that there. Our referee today, by the way, is Adam Kilpatrick. Assistants Eric Del Rosario and Ethan Bugie. Jake Brochu, the fourth official.
Amu Mensah. Win. Here's Pato. Openo. Whistle and the flag is up on the far touch line. And let's see, Openo inside the 18. You be the official at home.
Openo gets in the area. 6 of one, half dozen the other. I think a pretty good no call. Referee in good position.
That was one of those that maybe looked more tough in live frame than it does on the replay. And there is Trevor James. Been with Detroit City FC since 2019. 30 years of coaching and scouting at the highest levels of soccer. Not just America, but in the world.
Frankly, the other part of going down like that for Openo, City has had so little time in the attacking third that it almost might look to an official as though Openo was trying to buy one.
And Nate Steinwasser with it back. And that ball pinged out towards midfield. Pato makes a move, has Wynn running with him. Wynn tried to step through, and that foul is called. The next 5 minutes presented by the all-new Detroit City FC app. Download it now on your screen. Bust out that cell phone camera. Call your kids down into the living room, have them explain it to you, and get you up and running. You can keep up with everything going on around the world of Detroit City FC and USL Championship Soccer.
High line here for Pittsburgh. Watch for Maxi to swing it out wide.
He does exactly that. It finds its mark. Header inside the 18. Amu Mensah. Pato the flick, and that's cut out by the back line of the Riverhounds.
Pato got muscled off a little bit there. Thought he had position, just got moved a bit.
There's a 50-50 ball that is loose. Well, that was a dangerous proposition. Silva has struggled with the wind on a couple of occasions here today.
He has, and I wonder if City had possession there, if they might have called a foul against the keeper. I was surprised they let the 50-50 ball go with the way officials protect the keeper.
Usually there's a call made one way or the other. You're right.
They let that go. And the wind is going to be an issue for Silva. It swirls here. You would think you would have a more direct kind of wind direction because of the lower bleacher walls here, but no, it kind of swirls in here a little bit, especially at the end where Silva is at the moment.
Maxi Rodriguez looks for Pato.
There's
Maxi
Wynn.
goes back. Wynn up ahead. Here's Reese Williams with some speed. Williams lets the shot go over top of the frame.
And Neil, you know why that ball wasn't on frame? Because Williams knew he had to rush the shot because there's a defender closing. And that's a great job. They get it in, it's onside, and look at the close there.
Once again, Ordonez.
And Williams hears him coming. And so he knows he doesn't have the extra touch he wants to take. Happened with Pato in the first half, happened here again. You get a ball in space, and City are rushed by a fast-closing Riverhounds defender.
Kevin Silva puts the boot to that. Cicerone tries to make his move. But there's Stephen Carroll doing Stephen Carroll things as he keeps a possession of that ball. Mensah goes back to Steinwasser.
At the very least here, City are getting Declan Wynn involved. It's further back than he'd like to be involved, but at least they're getting him some touches. He was silent in the first half. And I have a feeling the halftime team talk had an awful lot to do with how do we play? How do we want to play? Get back to your roots. Do what you need to. Get it out wide.
Just about 55 minutes down in this one. But as you said, though, John, Detroit City FC showing more life offensively.
Figuring things out a little bit. Getting it out wide. Sending an extra runner forward.
Maxi Rodriguez. Win. Can't keep it. Borso, the youngster, the 18-year-old, the commit to Notre Dame, back heel pass. Now Mensah will get there first. But I think Lewis called for a foul behind the play.
Yeah, referee wanted to play advantage. Saw that there was a runner going through for Pittsburgh. Wanted to give that opportunity. When the advantage didn't materialize, he's going to pull that back. And that kind of takes the pressure off a little bit for Pittsburgh. Detroit City had come further forward. They're going to have to be more compact here.
Ibarra took that one away. Ibarra gets it back, tries to make his spin, played off nicely by Rodriguez, though.
About 5 to 10 minutes away from that substitution window where we normally see Trevor James make some changes. Good ball here.
Here's Connor Rutz.
Look at Ordonez again.
Well, he
steps
closes, man.
5 steps to close and just make the threat go away.
And now inside the 18, it's crossed over top of everyone.
That's just City's second cross of the match. And no one was there on the other side of it.
Mensah turns. Here's Wynn. Mensah continues his run. Comes free. Here's Wynn. He crosses it. Connor Rutz on the end of it. City wants a handball. Will they get the call? They will not. A corner's awarded. City can't believe it.
Oh, City are insistent. And Trevor James is not thrilled on the Detroit City bench. No VAR here in the USL Championship. Let's have a look. Can't really see. but there will be a corner. So a set piece opportunity.
I believe a yellow's just been assessed.
I would guess that that came from someone from City for descent.
I don't know that I would call it that terminology. I would say more opinion sharing. How about that?
I could go with that.
Can we put that in the book officially?
Yeah, yellow card for opinion sharing?
Yes.
Unfortunately, the only opinion that matters is the opinion of Adam Kilpatrick. And he disagreed, and therefore you get a yellow.
And we do have another look, which we'll show you in just a minute.
After this set piece, and I think City might have a beef.
Cross sent in, headed down, loose in front. Openo comes in. Openo steps through. His cross looking for a momentum. Volleyed over top of the crossbar by Stephen Carroll.
Oh, the captain was right there, and he snatched at it a little bit.
And we do have another look at the controversy.
Let's see if the decision's the right one.
Stephen Carroll sending that one over top of the bar.
Here we go. Comes in.
Oh, yeah, that was clear.
Oh, that's a handball.
Dos Santos.
Plenty of time to get out of the way.
Dos Santos with the left hand. Hand was extended even away from the body, John.
Yeah, he went to the Thierry Henry school of how to play defense. City have a beef there. City not known for surrounding the referee like that.
Cicerone, and that ball sent up ahead and tracking back.
Neil, the yellow was Openo.
Yeah, which
his politicking, it's not surprising.
That ball gets through and Steinwasser has to make the stop. And yeah, that was probably one of the more least shocking things you'll ever hear in your life. That Openo got the yellow. And there will be Conrado Forbes will come into the match for Pittsburgh. So the first sub of the day goes to Bob Lilly.
And here's the fun part. As they make the first change, Forbes comes in with all the possession that the Riverhounds have had in midfield today. They're bringing in a guy who's the all-time USL assist leader. I think he can distribute the ball as well. So from the frying pan into the fire with Forbes coming in.
110 career matches played for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds coming into this season by Forbes. Also played 3 matches for the Jamaican national team.
And the Reggae Boys, a serious side in CONCACAF. Anytime you can get that cap, that's something to be proud of. Here's now an opportunity. And City overrun it. You hope that the snatch by Stephen Carroll over top the goal and that set piece is not the best opportunity that City have the rest of the way. They certainly had a beef. It was a clear handball on our replay.
Namu Mensah will ping it back towards the middle, looking for Maxi Rodriguez. And there's a whistle and a foul called against Detroit City. Let's get you tonight's Fago trivia answer. Stephon St. Louis on May 12, 2012 against AFC Cleveland scored the first goal for Detroit City FC.
I would not have gotten that answer.
Played some college soccer at Oakland University. Very good player, had a long career in the Arena Soccer League as well. And there is the Northern Guard. And they are just looking to get a bit more involved. I'll say it like that.
Either that or stay warm. One of the two.
Both are applicable here today. That ball looked like it might have crossed the line, and it did. Temperature at opening kick was 36 degrees. We have 20-mile-an-hour winds. That City is pretty much going directly into. Wind chill at opening kick 21 degrees.
All part of the match day experience here.
Cicerone tries to step through. That ball makes its way over to Forbes. Ibarra, that touch too heavy for Dos Santos to catch up to. No, there are different strategies you can employ here at Keyworth to stay warm, or at least make yourself feel that you're warm.
I recommend that you visit the food trucks. Food equals warmth.
There are also other avenues.
Well, beverage also equals warmth as well, my friend.
All of them in play and all of them being utilized. Riverhounds with more possession. Rovira with it. Ibarra. The former Michigan Wolverine, Mark Ibarra again to Griffin.
Look at the way Pittsburgh is just methodically moving the ball. Methodically trying to find a way in to provide service.
And that pass over the top of Cicerone. Nate Steinwasher.
Well, if you're going to play it out from the back like that, you got to have a crisp pass. And there it is. But look at the close again. And I think that was Ordonez one more time.
Openo, the one who was the victim of circumstance. In the Northern Garden, the crowd as a whole here at Keyworth becoming a bit more vocal, I guess you could say.
Trying to be that 12th man, Neil. Set piece opportunity here. Everybody up. Except for Dunwell, who's your center fielder. Chip this one in, try to find a head.
Rodriguez pops that one way up into the air.
And that's the win. Got under it, held it up.
Reese Williams looking to go 1v1. He will acquire a throw at the minimum. Amu Mensah, who can certainly toss it a long way. Pato the target. Couldn't get his head on it. Amu Mensah sends it in, flicked by Pato. And Matt Lewis redirected it. But Silva off the line. And keep in mind, too, Kevin Silva getting his first time of the season. These are not the optimum conditions.
No, ball's going to sting the hands a little bit when it comes in.
Absolutely. And as we talked about earlier, break out those cell phones, get the camera out, and you can download the all-new Detroit City FC app. Keep up with everything that's going on. We'll leave it up there for a couple of seconds so you can call your children down, as we said. They can explain it all to you.
What's a QR code?
Maxi Rodriguez will realign. 67th minute. Neil Rule, John Krieger here with you at Keyworth Stadium.
Going into the wind, you're going to have to drive a little lower. If you pop it up, it's going to hang up in the wind.
And there's a good line drive sent into the 18. Amu Mensah steps over. Amu Mensah loses his footing, and then he'll be called for the foul.
And that's deserved. He was down and I think just kind of stuck the leg out there.
Oh, and there will be a booking on Amu Mensah. Or is that against the Riverhounds?
No, I think that's against the Riverhounds.
Maybe that's the answer.
So I think we've got a dissent, yellow card, and maybe also a booking against Amu Mensah. There were 2 cards shown. We'll get confirmation in a second.
I believe it was Wheat and Amu Mensah, so they will both go in the books. And I think, John, that tells you business is picking up here. And for both sides, they know what's at stake.
To be fair, no, this is the longest that Pittsburgh's gone playing 11v11.
Right.
Remember, in their first 2 matches, they were up a man thanks to a yellow card accumulation, red card, in the first half for both of their first 2 matches. confirmation, yellow cards for Amu Mensah and Shane Wheat for opinion sharing.
I like that. Sounds a little more positive.
And I think it's going to get chippy here, Neil.
Yes, they are, and there's another yellow issued, and that will be Ibarra. And in the meantime, Brad Dunwell is down.
And Dunwell's so important in the middle for DCFC today. He's been, instead of Stephen Carroll, who's been the center fielder, the kind of the free safety at the back for City for a lot of his career, he's been allowed to come further forward at times. And it's been Dunwell who's been the guy that they've trusted at the back.
And here is the replay that will confirm what we saw. And there you see the back. That was the back leg that was taken out of Dunwell.
And frankly, the only reason he's still on the pitch is he kept his studs down. If his studs are up when he goes in there, that might be a different color card.
I'll tell you what, right now out there on the pitch, 1987 Topps baseball cards are in a shorter supply than yellow cards right now. They are coming fast and furious out there.
Are you telling me that my doubles of Matt Noakes are not worth something?
No, they are not. Amu Mensah tracks back.
Now, partner, you have me thinking about wood-framed baseball cards that I still have somewhere in the basement.
How'd all those Mike Greenwells work out for you? Here's a wing attack now for City. Ball sent through. It's overrun by Connor Rutz. Amu Mensah comes back. Here's Opino. You feel it building, though, for City. Williams, the cross. And Silva comes off the line to get it. Did he carry it over the line? He did. So that will be a corner here for DCFC. But, John, what about that? I think you're feeling this match take a turn here in the 70th minute. Detroit City really has improved their offensive attack. They're asking some questions.
Absolutely. Much better on the wing for City. They've had 3 crosses in the last 5 game minutes. That's more of what we want to see if you're a Detroit City fan. Better runners, I think, playing a little freer because, as you have said, partner, it doesn't matter if you lose 1-0 or 2-0.
That is true. Here we go. And ball played to Dunwell. Now Dunwell. Send it towards the left side. Carroll went for the flick. It runs loose! And Maxi Rodriguez made a run, and he was eliminated by Rovira. Opino's cross. That's cut out.
Better from City. Crosses in, passes with intent. Pittsburgh defense looking a little leaky at the moment.
And there's an opportunity off the half volley. There's a shot that's blocked. And now the official points to the spot. We will get a penalty for Detroit City FC.
And now the begging commences from Pittsburgh, but I think we're going to see a takedown in the box here. And so City with a chance to equalize.
And let's see how it all went down.
Comes in. Takedown in the box.
Danny Griffin, the guilty party. And, John, I think that's a situation where coming off the handball, the leash was going to be a little shorter for Pittsburgh.
Somebody was going to be having a look. And here comes Maxi to try to equalize.
Maxi Rodriguez lines things up. And Silva off his line, now retreats. Can Maxi Rodriguez level this match? Of course, 1-1 City. Maxi Rodriguez does the job.
Cool as you like. Perfectly taken. 1-1.
Maxi Rodriguez oozing confidence on this attempt, John.
Just slotted it perfectly. Impossible for the keeper to save. Bit of a side foot there just inside the post. Perfectly played, and Keyworth Stadium comes alive with 18 to go. And Neil, the reason that penalty happened, you know, when Openo went over in the early part of the half, and I said it looked like he was asking for it a little bit. City hadn't had enough pressure in the area to make an official not think that there was begging for it going on. Then we saw in the last 10 minutes, City increase the pressure, get some crosses in, and now it goes to the official, and it's not someone trying to buy a goal. It's not someone trying to embellish. It's a takedown. That penalty was earned in part, I think, by the added pressure that City had put on over the last 10 minutes.
And Billy Forbes into the match for Pato. Keep an eye on him. 74th minute. And you just got that feeling, John, that things had changed. And Stephen Carroll sends it back to Steinwasser.
And Forbes will have energy to burn, and he will be asked to run for 15 minutes.
William Iang in for the Riverhounds, among others. Here comes City, looking for more. Backheel pass was blocked away. Now the Riverhounds trying a counter of their own. Matt Lewis will shepherd that one over the line. Luis Argudo comes into the match. Recent signing. He signed on Thursday, as a matter of fact, here with Pittsburgh. Third-round MLS draft pick of Columbus back in 2018. And, John, he's a veteran. Played 39 matches for the Crew. Had a cup of coffee with Inter Miami as well.
Very deep bench.
Angelo Kelly in as well for the Riverhounds.
And Iang comes in for Dikwa, who has certainly run his race well. He was a thorn in the side of the City backline all day long. And now they bring in a guy in Iang who has speed as well.
And that cross goes all the way through. So the chess match turns up a couple of notches here between Bob Lilly and Trevor James.
You love the Cajuness between two veteran managers. Oh, that's a nice touch.
That ball got through the middle. Argudo had it, settled it down. Left side attack for the Riverhounds. And Lewis called for the foul. He's beside himself about that whistle.
Well, this is going to set up a dangerous set piece. With the way that Pittsburgh can provide service in, this is going to set up a dangerous set piece here just outside the area. Watch the way, depends on how City lines up here. I think Pittsburgh will try to crowd the area in front of Nate Steinwasser. They're very good at the second ball. It's not necessarily who wins the first aerial battle, but what happens once it gets put into the mixing bowl.
So let the battle begin inside the 18. Here we go. 77th minute. Ball sent in, headed out. We'll do it again from the corner this time. Kenardo Forbes couldn't get what he wanted. Corner service. Steinwasser battling Openo, his own teammate, but Steinwasser didn't care who was in the way. He comes away with it.
Came through his own teammate to make the catch. Confident keeper there. If you're going to come, you've got to get it. And Nate Steinwasser does make the catch.
Steinwasser drives that, looking for an outlet. Connor Rutz heads it down. Boy, nice touch through. Here's Openo with some space. He'll drive it up looking for Forbes, but there you see the wind just grabbing a hold of that, and Silva able to camp under it and grab it.
You can't play the high ball into the wind. Got to be a lower drive underneath it. The minute that ball gets up over top of the stadium sidewalls, the wind's just going to pick it up, hang it up. Bit of respect here for City's forward pressure, Neil. The Pittsburgh backline that was a back three for most of this match has become a back four.
Things have changed, no question. Detroit City FC will make a couple of substitutions at the next opportunity. Throw-in coming up for Pittsburgh, but Michael Bryant will make his way in the match as well. Abdoulaye Diop.
As a matter of fact, Pittsburgh with 4 and I think a holding mid in front.
So Diop on the books will come in for Maxi Rodriguez. Rodriguez finished the penalty. Michael Bryant in as well. And Brad Dunwell will come out.
And Dunwell has put in a yeoman's effort today.
So one more substitution window available for Trevor James. Really for both sides.
Nate is still leading Alex, but obviously I think it's going to be Maxi now anyway.
10 minutes to go here plus stoppage.
Well, he just came out, so
The question now becomes, you've got a point, City. Do you play for that point or do you go for the win? I think we'll find out here in the next 5 minutes what the strategy might be. There's a nice turn by, and a nice cutout by City.
I think Pittsburgh's answer to that question is very apparent.
Yeah, we're going for 3.
They're moving forward.
Yes. The question is, can City match that, or does it become an all hands to the pump situation?
Rivera plays it. Now off to the right side, Angelo Kelly. First time we've called his name here today. He played 13 matches for Odessa Midland back in 2016.
We remember that club.
Yes, we do. Ball swung out. Kelly later on played 90 matches for Charleston from 2018 up until last season, now with Pittsburgh. Declan Wynn will escort that one over to Nate Steinwasher.
And that's a veteran move there by Nate. I love the way good keepers, if they've got the space to do it and the ball's coming in slow enough, you'll always play it with your feet first. Keep the opportunity to use your hands for when you need it. Force the question to be asked of you before you send things up.
That ball comes back through the middle. Argudo, he turns with it. Official says play on. Reese Williams had it. Kept alive along the line, and now some space for City to work. Amu Mensah.
Job to hold off Ayang there, who was really pressing Amu Mensah.
Amu Mensah pings one diagonal. And a bit of a misplay there from Peters. And Detroit City will reap the benefits with a throw. This is foul money right now, John.
Reese Williams never stopped moving.
Yep.
He created that.
This whole possession here is on the house. Ball sent into the box. Silva with the punch. Forbes will lay off, and Amu Mensah couldn't do what he wanted to with it. And Wynn tracks back, and he'll touch it to Diop. But before that, a foul called on Pittsburgh Riverhounds. But John, all this right now is a product of the misplay by Jelani Peters.
Yep. One long shift in possession. And you know what else Pittsburgh stopped doing, Neil? They've become more compact in the middle. They're allowing more space on the wings. The 2 men we saw committed out wide in the first 60 minutes of this match are gone.
Openo drives it. Right corner. Michael Bryant was in the neighborhood. There's Stephen Carroll.
Oh, back heel there. Nice to create the opportunity for service.
Reese Williams cross. Turned away. Williams makes a go. That ball didn't quite make it over the line, which was a break for Pittsburgh because they didn't concede a corner off of it.
But look at how compact Pittsburgh is right now. And City has stretched wide, men on both wings waiting for an opportunity to get it out wide and run.
But John, I'll tell you what, that turnover by Peters
changed things.
Really flipped the pitch around.
And look at now the freedom with which City are moving the ball back and forth. They don't fear as much being closed down out wide. Pittsburgh, 5 across the back. This is the way they played at the back in their first 2 wins of the season. They've gone away from that to start. They're back to it now.
Bryant lost the possession. Throw-in coming up now for Pittsburgh. But that turnover led to about 3 minutes of solid Detroit City FC possession. A lot of it in the final third.
And purposeful possession. Not just standing on the ball without doing anything with it.
Throw in along that far touchline. The pass finds its mark, but City able to touch it away at least temporarily. Rovira with it, some space on the right wing. City closes back. Forbes with a switch to the left side.
Nice job to prevent the cross there by City's defense. But look at Pittsburgh. They've flipped it the other way now. Bringing an extra man forward. Only one kind of free safety back.
Wheat inside the 18. And that ball will bounce up to Steinwasser. I believe a whistle came before that.
Flag was up, Neil.
It was. There you go. And that looked dangerous from up here at our press box location. Corners get a little tight there as far as our viewing angle goes. So sometimes that flag will sneak up on us like that. Good catch, partner. 86th minute, 1-1 to score. Neil Rule, John Krieger with you. The pressure cooker turning up here at Keyworth. Detroit City FC 1-1 on the season. Currently sitting tied for 6th in the Eastern Conference.
Neil, you remember I told you at halftime the crosses were 9-1 in favor of Pittsburgh?
That's right.
One stat that tells you the story of the change in the second half, crosses now 13 apiece. So City with 12 of the crosses they thrive on here after halftime as they've gotten more joy on the wing.
I think that flag should go up again, and I believe it did. Steinwasser drives that out to the right side. There's Michael Bryant. And there's a takeaway by the Riverhounds. Cross, and Amu Mensah steps up to play it away.
You know, I have a feeling that either Nate Steinwasser or Maxi Rodriguez will win the vote for man of the match. If I had a vote, it's going to be Amu Mensah. Yes, Maxi Rodriguez converted the penalty. But boy, I'll tell you, we've said Amu Mensah cleared it away. Amu Mensah provided a run.
Amu Mensah made the play. Yep, absolutely.
That's one of those goes under the fan radar, but not under coach's radar kind of performances by Amu Mensah.
Abdoulaye Diop turns and burns that one into the Northern Guard supporter section. The Hardy Souls out there today.
And they have been up for it from the word go, Neil.
That ball comes free. Stepping over, the shot goes wide of the frame. Steinwasser went vertical yet again.
And you know what? That's the first time Amu Mensah's gotten beat.
Yep.
Little step in behind.
Boy, Luis Agrudo gave one a go.
Here's Amu Mensah trying to track back. Oops! To quote Tom Cruise, I'm going to hit the brakes and let him fly right by.
The 88th minute. Is this any fun, man? This is a good one here today.
This is what you sign up for when you join USL Championship. What a match. What a first 2 matches. Get the win in your home opener, come back. Trying to rescue a point or perhaps go ahead for the winner in your second home match.
Just an absolute meat grinder, man. Almost 3 matches in.
It's going to be that way all the way
Yes,
till
it
November,
is.
my friend. Such is the power of this league and the depth of talent in it.
Steinwasser drives it up ahead. Couple hands in the back on Bryant. No call.
That's a tough no call.
Carroll beautifully plays that, but the disappointing follow-up to it. Bryant tracks back. 89th minute.
That is a veteran move by Carroll. Just send it out, Wade. Make
Forbes
someone go get it. Here we go.
Looking to go. Forbes steps through. Forbes taken down.
They're going to call that a corner.
And Detroit City would prefer that. Boy, Forbes just flat out made a play.
Turned on the extra gear. And now he will go over and take the corner. Where is Stephen Carroll? Stephen lurking toward the back post.
I would imagine he'll be somewhere towards the end of this ball. That one played short. Flicked inside the 18. Open, oh, shot is blocked. You saw that one developing.
City keeping the pressure on, though.
Forbes inside the 18. Back heel there by Rutz. Couldn't find what he wanted with it. So Forbes will track back. Riverhounds looking to mount a counter.
That's a smart play by Forbes. Would have been a dangerous counter coming in. If Forbes misses that, there's acres of space on the wing.
As we move towards stoppage time, there will be 3 minutes of stoppage time added. Stoppage time presented by Brew Detroit, always true to the craft. And if you're watching at home right now, you may want to crack open another Brew Detroit just to try to get right, because this is going to be 3 minutes.
Calm the nerves a little bit.
Get the strongest one they got. Ball chipped ahead, flag up. And City did well on that back line just to step up. They knew exactly what the scenario was.
And that is a perfect job to stay in line, not play somebody onside. That's all down to Stephen Carroll and the way he marshals that defense. This is, because of the win, one place where Nate Steinwasser's advantage might not be as strong here. Keeps it low. Couldn't really find the aerial ball to get it to a City player. And then the other way, it ran away because of the win. We're a minute into stoppage time.
Canardo Forbes has been pretty good for the Riverhounds since he's come into the match.
City taking their time a little bit. This might be that answer to that question we asked earlier. City would not mind the point here.
And that foul will go against the Riverhounds. And what a statement a point here would be by Detroit City FC.
Against a team that put 5 goals in its first 2 matches. Now look out here.
And there a foul is called. So a free kick coming up now for Detroit City in a somewhat dangerous spot.
Well, now you're a little bit free money, Neil, because it's 2 minutes into stoppage time. You probably want to put 1 extra man back instead of a single center fielder. But you can pop it in there and have a right go at this.
Openo drives it. Got through. Forbes couldn't quite settle it down. See if City can track back now to stop the counter, because the Riverhounds are looking to run. Ball sent through the middle, and Amu Mensah cuts it away and clears it out, but a foul is called on Amu Mensah. So hold the phone, everybody.
This will be about the last kick of the game. 20 seconds left to go of stoppage. So what City need to do here is not concede, get possession, send it forward. I think we'll hear the whistle. Little gamesmanship there.
So here we go. Kenardo Forbes.
He can have a go from here.
He has the wind somewhat at his back, and it's a strong wind. Let's see. Traffic being directed. Kenardo Forbes surveys the scene. Runs up, sends it wide left, flicked across. And a corner awarded. Don't go anywhere yet, everybody.
You're not going to see full time blown for here. He'll let this corner play out.
So Forbes one more time.
Just get possession and an ABH clearance anywhere but here.
3 matches played for the Jamaican national team. Now standing over the corner. It's 1-1. We're just about to the death of this one here at Keyworth. Forbes, the service, headed away. The whistle sounds, and it is a 1-1 draw here at historic Keyworth Stadium. What a match, John Krieger. City coming back from down 1-0 to get the point.
Everything USL Championship promises to offer fans, we had in today's match. You had an aggressive start by Pittsburgh, dominant first half from them, City coming to life after halftime, a deserved penalty, and as a great finish by Maxi Rodriguez to earn the draw.
Maxi Rodriguez, in fact, named the man of the match. All business on his penalty conversion to give City the 1-1 draw. That was in the 73rd minute. And let's take a look at the shot of the match presented by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. And get Maxi some Tullamore Dew, because he was cool and collected.
Keeper guessed right, but it was perfect. And when it's perfect, you get the equalizer, you get the draw. Brilliant finish by Maxi on the penalty, and a deserved point for both sides.
So the City faithful, I think, will be going home happy here today. Pittsburgh Riverhounds came in undefeated at the top of the table, but 1-1 the score. We'll take our final break, come back, and wrap this thing up. Both sides getting a point here at Keyworth. This is USL Championship Soccer.
DTE Energy customers can get their share of huge lifetime energy cost savings. How? By using our website. The Oslin's new programmable thermostat saved them a bundle. And their new, efficient furnace earned them a hefty rebate. All over Michigan, people like the Oslins are saving. Why not you? There are always new ways to save at dteenergy.com/saveenergy. DTE Energy.
I am American Home Fitness.
I'm American Home Fitness.
I am American Home Fitness. We are American Home Fitness.
Come to any American Home Fitness location for the hottest deals on the latest fitness equipment and accessories. American Home Fitness, Michigan's home for fitness and the official fitness equipment provider of the Detroit City Football Club.
Back inside historic Keyworth Stadium, 1-1 here at the full-time. Connor Rutz, some thumbs up for the Northern Guard supporters. Detroit City FC, though, John, was up against it in this one. This Pittsburgh Riverhounds side coming in, playoff appearance last year, very much viewed as a threat to win the USL Championship title this season, and they came out And they were very assertive here in this first half, and a justified goal that they scored when you looked at the score line at the half.
Absolutely. The set piece was perfect, and DK, right man on the spot. And that was indicative of the run of form that they had. The only reason Detroit City FC were in the match in the first half was the play of that man, Nate Steinwasser. Made a couple of early saves, including getting down, and that's a tougher save than it looks like, to get down and make that save. Then you go to the second half, and all of a sudden, Detroit City, well, they're on the front foot. They get in and start making a run in at goal and snatch one over the bar from Williams, but Detroit City was much better in attack after halftime.
Absolutely, and you see some of the opportunities that they created, and right there, the takedown by Danny Griffin. And Detroit City FC awarded the penalty opportunity, and Maxi Rodriguez would make no mistake as we take one more look at it. And remember, there was a pretty blatant handball that was missed in the box earlier in the match, but Maxi Rodriguez, as you said, John, the keeper Silva guesses right, but a well-struck penalty, it doesn't matter what the keeper does, because ones that are taken true are going in, period.
If the shooter does his job, there's nothing you can do. And then Pittsburgh tried with a push late. They come in the first time that City's defense really gets beat on the back line like that, but it goes begging.
No question as we take a look at the stats. And how about that reversal in the second half? And let's be honest, John, when we were through 45 minutes, you and I were asking some questions, and those numbers were ugly. And we didn't really know where the answers were going to come from. But you know what? Trevor James, he knew what to do. Detroit City FC, they knew what to do. And they were the better side in the second 45. Make no mistake.
Without question. They were better in the air, started to win aerial duels, started to win passing duels, better passes, and just a better finish. And they earned the draw. Both sides, I think, a fair point.
I would agree with that assessment. Detroit City FC will be back in action next Saturday. Memphis 901 FC in town here 4 o'clock next Saturday at Keyworth. Go to debtcityfc.com for tickets. That'll do it for our broadcast and for our entire broadcast crew. My name is Neil Rule, reminding you one final time. My broadcast partner, John Krieger. 1-1, the final score. Maxi Rodriguez, the penalty finish. Thank you for watching, everybody. Well, see you later.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.